Hi, and welcome again. I'm Glenn Alba, Associate Broker for Villa Home and leader of the Alba team. Today, I have the privilege of having our regional manager of all of New York and Connecticut here with me. He's also a friend of mine, Seth Lesselbaum. Seth,
Hi.
Welcome.
How's it going?
Good, thanks for coming. Seth and I go back a little ways.
A few years.
Yeah.
A few years.
Yeah, we have, we worked together for how many years? Maybe 5 or 6 years?
5 or 6 years, yeah.
In an office, of which was a franchise that I owned, and Seth was our manager, and now Seth's my boss. All right, he's my manager. So we've really
Turnabout.
It really has. So we've come full circle, and Seth has always been a great guy. He's always been a hard worker, and he did a wonderful job when we worked together. And now with Villa, he's taking it to another level. Tell me about your love, your hobby of music. We all know that.
Now you're going to allow me to plug it. I play in an Irish rock band called Bangers and Mash.
Seth Lesselbaum
in my spare time. Don't laugh, we have 2 sets in the group, both Jewish.
Really?
Yep.
I heard your music. I've heard them, and I must say that the band is great and a lot of fun.
Yeah, we play all over. I mean, all over the country. Never know where you can find us.
All right, well, just wanted to have our agents and everyone watching get to know you a little bit.
Cool.
About your background. Where'd you grow up? I don't even know.
I grew up in Brooklyn. Wanted to stay in Brooklyn. The reason I'm in real estate is a woman, I was a draftsman at the time, and a woman, we wanted to buy a house, and we wanted to buy it FHA, and she told me that they don't take FHA in Brooklyn. Got in the car on a Sunday morning, drove out to exit 64, which is finally where we could afford a house, and bought a brand new Levitt Pines house.
Oh yeah,
And-
all Levitt ones, yeah.
And at that point I said, someday I'm gonna get a real estate license. And a couple years later, my company, drafting was becoming computerized and all of that was going out of business. And they had a cutback and offered a retirement. And I had moved up far enough in the company to take advantage at 26 of retiring from Western Electric.
Whoa. And that began your career in real
And I got my real estate license right after that.
Wow.
And immediately, as soon as I got my real estate license and started selling houses to young home buyers, FHA, I called her up and told her what I thought about it.
Well, you got your payback, that's for sure, right? What transitioned you into Villa?
I went to realestate.com,
Okay.
and realestate.com was owned by LendingTree, and they decided that New York and a couple of other areas were the only areas that were doing well, and they got rid of the company. They got rid of realestate.com, and at the time, Carrington, Villa's parent company, was moving aggressively into the real estate business, and they picked up all the agents from realestate.com.
Wow.
So I became a Carrington agent, and then a couple of years later, the manager who had come over from realestate.com decided that he didn't want to manage anymore and resigned. I wasn't even thinking of managing ever again. I had my nice little niche in Suffolk County, and I was doing buyer brokerage, and I was doing really well. And Carrington and Villa now are very Facebook-oriented companies, and they put on Facebook site for Carrington, we're looking for a manager for New York. And somebody in California, one of the offices there, the guy put, who would want New York? And I just figure, don't insult New York, me, which was my response,
You did it
not
as a joke,
thinking,
right?
not thinking. And then the regional manager called me up and started talking to me about what I would do if I had managing here. And I was giving him advice for the person he hired. And then the next thing I knew, he was offering me a job.
Wow, that's great. That's great.
And that's 6 years, over
Wow.
6 years now.
Now, Villa has recently become Villa Home. I mean, Carrington has
Right.
recently branded their Villa brand.
Right.
And it's Villa Home, which is our real estate division, Villa Loan, and Villa Title. Now, if we talk a little bit about Villa Home, which is our real estate division.
Well, basically, the best way is to talk about the whole package.
Okay.
What Carrington decided to do was take 3 divisions that should work together well and create a one-stop shop for homeowners so that we make homeownership simple. And that's our motto, homeownership made simple. So we took the 3 divisions, and Carrington's parent company, there were 19 companies. So they rebranded the 3 companies as Villa.
Okay.
So the company is called Villa for obvious purposes, Villa Home to distinguish the real estate, Villa Mortgage,
right.
Villa Title. But the idea is to make it simple for people who come into our office to get the benefits of home ownership and know the mortgage company, our mortgage company has wonderful programs. And most people don't realize that. As time goes by and we get this out there are programs that nobody else can do.
For argument's sake, you're a buyer and you have a low credit score, like you may be in the 500s. Is there any program?
Yes, they will go down to 500.
500?
500, with extenuating circumstances,
Right.
you need, it's got to be a real loan. That said, they will also, if somebody has a foreclosure or a bankruptcy, and a lot of people have this happen not of their own, through a divorce, through something, job loss, whatever, they will make a mortgage right after. And again, you need a down payment,
really
but
not,
right after.
Right, wow.
Right after.
That's unheard of.
And the idea is to try to make home ownership is so stressful. Most of the time, if you take a class on real estate, they tell you that home ownership is as stressful as getting a divorce. That's what everybody says. The idea is to make it simple.
Now they're encouraging the building of teams within, I know in the New York area, we are the Alba team. We're one of the teams in New York.
Yep.
I think the branding of the company itself, and then still being a neighborhood real estate, which is what our team really pushes towards.
Which is what I want, which is the way you have the advantage of the neighborhood, being in the neighborhood, but you also have the national reach. And again, like we said, I can refer somebody to California if somebody is going to California. But I know what's going on in West Islip.
Right. All right, well, Seth, I want to thank you again for coming today.
My pleasure.
And I want everyone here to please tune in. If you like what you're seeing, please like us on Facebook and subscribe to our channel. It's Glenn Alba again, the Alba team, and we'll see you again next time.